What happens when we're at the very brink of death? Does our life really flash before our eyes, or is there something more? Imagine, if you will, standing at the precipice of life and death, teetering on the edge of the known and the unknown. This is the realm of near-death experiences, or NDEs, a mysterious and puzzling phenomenon that has intrigued scientists and philosophers alike for centuries. NDEs are reported by people who have come perilously close to death, only to be pulled back from the brink. What they experience in those moments is nothing short of extraordinary. They talk of floating above their own bodies, watching as doctors and nurses scramble to save their lives. It's an out-of-body sensation that seems to defy the very laws of physics. Then, there's the tunnel vision, a feature so common in NDEs that it's almost become a cliché. But for those who've experienced it, this is far from a tired trope. They describe an overwhelming sense of being drawn towards a bright light at the end of a dark tunnel, a light that promises warmth, love, and an end to pain. Perhaps the most poignant feature of NDEs is the encounters with deceased loved ones. These are not mere hallucinations, but deeply personal and emotional reunions. The dead appear lifelike, often younger, healthier, and happier than when they were alive. They communicate not through words, but through feelings and thoughts, offering comfort and reassurance. But what does all this mean? Are these experiences simply the result of a dying brain, starved of oxygen and firing off random neurons? Or do they offer a glimpse into an afterlife, a realm beyond our comprehension? These are questions with no easy answers. But one thing is certain: NDEs are a testament to the human spirit, a reminder of our innate desire to understand the world around us and our place in it. Let's delve deeper into this inexplicable phenomenon with some real-life accounts. In 1988, a woman named Anna Begenholm was skiing in Norway when she fell into a frozen stream and was trapped under the ice for 80 minutes. Imagine the bone-chilling cold, the sheer terror of being trapped under a frozen surface. The world above, a mere icy barrier away, unreachable as life slips away. This was Anna's reality. As the icy water stole her warmth, her life signs began to fade. Hypothermia, a condition where the body loses heat faster than it can produce, set in. Anna's heart stopped. Clinically, she was dead. But death, as we understand it, is not always a finality. In this twilight zone between life and death, Anna's story takes a miraculous turn. After being pulled from the ice, doctors at the Tromsø University Hospital began a daunting task. They attempted resuscitation, a process that went on for hours. And against all odds, Anna's heart began to beat again. She was brought back from the brink, a feat that seemed impossible. Anna's revival, however, was not the only extraordinary part of her story. During her clinical death, she reported surreal experiences, a phenomenon often associated with near-death experiences. She spoke of an out-of-body experience, a sensation of floating above and watching the desperate attempts to save her life. She described a feeling of peacefulness, a stark contrast to the chaotic scene unfolding around her lifeless body. Anna's story is not unique. It's one among many that offer a glimpse into the enigmatic realm of near-death experiences. Her experiences challenge our conventional wisdom, pushing us to question what we know about life, consciousness, and the finality of death. They suggest the existence of a state of consciousness beyond what we understand, a state that persists even when life seemingly departs. Anna's experience is just one of the many that challenge our understanding of life and death. Tom Sawyer, not the fictional character, but a construction worker in 1978, had a near-death experience when he was crushed by a truck. A regular day on the site turned into an extraordinary journey for Tom. What he encountered was not the pain or panic you might expect, but rather an overwhelming sense of tranquility. He found himself drawn into what he described as a tunnel, a conduit propelling him towards an inexplicable peace. This tunnel, as Tom recounted, wasn't a dark, foreboding place, but a passage filled with a soft, comforting light. A light that seemed to embrace him, to cradle his fears and pain and replace them with a sense of serenity he had never felt before. It was as if he was being gently guided towards something, or perhaps someone, waiting at the end of this radiant tunnel. As he journeyed through this tunnel, he felt detached from his physical self. His senses, though heightened, felt different, as if he was experiencing a reality beyond the tangible world we know. He felt an understanding, a knowledge that was both profound and comforting. It was an experience of unity, of oneness that transcended his understanding of life and existence. Emerging from this experience, Tom was a changed man. He carried with him a new perspective on life, death, and everything in between. His near-death encounter shaped his outlook, instilling in him a deep appreciation for life and a newfound curiosity about what lies beyond. The impact of this experience on Tom was transformative. He found a renewed purpose, a deeper understanding of his existence, and a sense of peace that has stayed with him since that fateful day. He began to view life and death not as two separate entities, but as different stages of the same journey, each with its own purpose and beauty. Tom's experience, like many others, raises questions about what lies beyond the realm of the living. It challenges our preconceived notions and opens up a world of possibilities about what awaits us at the end of the tunnel. In 1991, a 6-year-old named Colton Burpo claimed to have visited heaven during an emergency appendectomy. This tale has since become a cornerstone in the discourse surrounding near-death experiences, offering a fascinating yet controversial perspective. Colton's description of heaven was not only vivid but also strikingly unique. He spoke of colors beyond our spectrum, of music more harmonious than any earthly composition, and of peace that surpassed all understanding. It was a realm that seemed too complex, too beautiful, to be conjured by a mere child's imagination. But the intrigue deepens. During his supposed sojourn in the afterlife, Colton claimed to have met deceased relatives, including a great-grandfather he had never known, and a sister whom his parents had lost to a miscarriage before he was born. He described them with startling accuracy, providing details he would have no way of knowing. His parents were left in awe, grappling with the inexplicable knowledge their young son had acquired. Yet, as with any claim of this magnitude, Colton's tale has not been without skepticism. Some suggest that his descriptions of heaven may have been influenced by religious teachings or stories he'd heard before. Others question the reliability of a child's memory, particularly during a traumatic event like a life-threatening surgery. Critics argue that his account might be a psychological response to severe stress, or perhaps a fabrication influenced by the adults around him. These are all valid points of contention that fuel the ongoing debate about the authenticity of near-death experiences. However, regardless of where you stand on this issue, there's no denying the impact of Colton's story. It has sparked conversations, stirred emotions, and challenged our understanding of life, death, and what might lie beyond. Whether a glimpse into the afterlife or a product of a young imagination, Colton's story certainly adds to the enigma of near-death experiences. So, as we continue to explore this phenomenon, we must keep our minds open to all possibilities. Because the mystery of what happens after we die remains one of the greatest questions of our existence. Near-death experiences, a journey into the unknown, continue to intrigue and puzzle us. As we've journeyed through the labyrinth of the unknown in this video, we've delved into the mystery of near-death experiences, or NDEs for short, and the profound impact they have on those who experience them. We've heard tales of miraculous survival, tales that seem to defy logic and reason. Individuals who were at death's door and yet, against all odds, managed to return to the land of the living. Their stories are not just of survival, but also of transformation. A transformation that is often marked by a newfound appreciation of life and a deeper understanding of their place in the universe. We've also explored the enigmatic phenomenon known as the light at the end of the tunnel. A common feature in many NDEs, this beacon of light is often described as comforting, welcoming, and overwhelmingly peaceful. It's an experience that transcends cultural and religious boundaries, suggesting a universal dimension to these encounters. Then, we move to the innocent yet profound visions of a child who, despite their tender age, was able to articulate their near-death experience with a clarity and depth that left us in awe. Their account, like many others, serves as a testament to the transformative power of these experiences. Throughout this journey, we've also touched upon the ongoing debate between skeptics and believers, a debate that continues to rage on, fueled by the complex and often contradictory nature of NDEs. Are they simply the brain's response to extreme stress? Or do they provide a glimpse into an afterlife, a realm beyond our physical existence? As we continue to probe the mysteries of life and death, one thing remains certain: near-death experiences, whether real or imagined, have a profound impact on those who experience them, reshaping their understanding of life, death, and what lies in between.